And joining us now is Democratic nominee for Florida Governor, Congressman Charlie Crist. Congressman, congratulations.
Thank you, Andrea. It's great to be with you.
Well, thanks for joining us the day after. I know you've probably gotten very little sleep, but you've got to.
That's correct, but it's okay.
You've got a tough race ahead of you.
So that's true. That's true.
DeSantis,
I think it's very winnable. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say he's popular. Florida has a registration edge for Republicans. He's got $140 million to spend. So what's your strategy?
Well, the strategy is to be myself. I mean, you always need to be genuine in who you are. And, you know, you're right. I mean, he's got like I think it's a 50% approval rating. Well, when I served as governor, even in the Great Recession, my approval rating was 72%. So I'll take those 22 points over him. And so I think we got a great shot. I really do. Resources are an issue. They always are in any political campaign. But I'm confident that people will go to charliecrist.com, give us a helping hand. And if they do so, we'll try to send them one of our new posters, the Florida Man, and put together. But no, seriously, I really think our chances are good. Roe versus Wade obviously has a lot to do with that, Andrea. Women are energized. Fair-minded men are energized. And, you know, the governor signed a bill, the 15-week bill, that even includes the fact that there's no exception for rape or incest. That's barbaric. Women deserve better respect than that. That's not the right thing to do. Our African-American citizens, he took 2 congressional districts away, redlining them out, essentially in North Florida, Al Lawson's seat and Val Deming's seat. Thank God she's going to be our next U.S. Senator. And, you know, LGBTQ, he attacks those kids in school. And Walt Disney World had the gumption to exercise their right to free speech, the First Amendment in the Constitution. And the governor goes after Disney World. I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is kind of, you know, a battle of hate versus nice and love. And people need that now. You know, people are tired of politics, of having all this sniping at each other, the backbiting and all the bickering that goes on. And the governor's great at it. He likes to bicker, and he's a bully, and Florida's tired of it. I'm convinced of that. And so I think that they're going to want a governor that has a heart, a governor that has compassion. The governor will expand Medicaid, so almost 1 million Floridians will get their health care, and the federal government pays for most of it. I don't know why anybody like Governor DeSantis would not take that. It's the right thing to do. It's a compassionate thing to do. You know, you're supposed to do unto others as you would have done unto you. I wear these yellow wristbands that talk about practicing the golden rule every day. And I don't know if the governor ever learned the golden rule, but if he did, he's clearly forgotten it. And we deserve better. My fellow Floridians deserve better. And that's what this campaign is all about. Bringing the sunshine back to the Sunshine State and doing what's right for women, what's right for minorities, you know, what's right for LGBTQ. We're all children of God, after all, and we should treat each other that way.
And what about the gun issue? It's, of course, in Florida where the horrific shooting in Parkland was.
Yeah, well, it's a huge issue in the Sunshine State. Obviously, what happened in Parkland was horrific. Same thing at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. And remarkably, Governor DeSantis vetoed some money that was passed almost unanimously in the House and Senate to give comfort and aid and assistance to the family members of those 49 angels that lost their lives in Pulse. How do you do that? I don't understand that level of hate, that level of lack of compassion, a lack of empathy, a lack of kindness. Florida really does deserve better. And Florida is a Sunshine State. And we want to return Florida to that state of betterment, of goodness, of decency, of kindness. These are corny words, perhaps, to some, but they're not to me. And they're not to most of my fellow Floridians. And I know that they want that. We had a wonderful victory last night, and I gave great credit for Nikki, to Nikki for running a great campaign. But now it's time for the main event. And we've got 11 weeks to go. And as I said, if people want to help, charliecrist.com. You can help all you want. And we really appreciate you having us on today, Andrea. It's truly an honor to be on with you. You're a real pro.
Well, you know, thanks to you. Thanks for coming on. We did invite Governor DeSantis, and he has an open invitation. He declined today's invitation. What about Nikki Fried as a running mate?
Well, we'll see. You know, we'll probably make an announcement fairly soon. Certainly, she is a very capable public servant, has done a great job as our agriculture commissioner. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, have a Florida man instead of DeSantis. Let's make it better for the Sunshine State again. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you're certainly getting off to a fast start. Thank you very much. Thank you, Congressman Craig.